This week at Interior.
And so I'm hoping that a young generation will come here and draw inspiration from the efforts of people who came before them.
President Obama this week designated a new national monument in honor of the movement for women's equality. The Belmont-Paul Women's Equality National Monument in Washington, D.C. once served as the National Woman's Party headquarters and was home to one of the 20th century's most significant women's rights movements.
What this House shows us is that the story of America is a story of progress. And it will continue to be a story of progress as long as people are willing to keep pushing and keep organizing. And yes, keep voting for people committed to this cause and to full equality for every American.
The designation comes with a $1 million donation from philanthropist David Rubenstein to the National Park Foundation. And Google announced that it will create a virtual tour of the site to allow students to experience this historic site no matter where they are. A project is underway at Rhode Island's Satchew's Point National Wildlife Refuge to restore the tidal salt marsh and protect it from sea levels rising due to climate change. Workers are adding anywhere from an inch to a foot of sand, which will then be planted with new grass. Water levels off Rhode Island are projected to rise 1 foot by 2035, but if climate change continues unabated, that rise could be 7 feet by the end of the century. The project is part of efforts to restore wetlands and increase coastal resiliency in the wake of Superstorm Sandy. The Fish and Wildlife Service this week says it will not be listing the West Coast population of fisher under the Endangered Species Act. Fishers are about the size of a large house cat and belong to the same family as weasels, minks, and otters. Fish and Wildlife says a number of federal, state, tribal, and private partners have come together to conserve fisher habitat and restore the population. Interior this week released final well control regulations for offshore drilling rigs in federal waters, one of the most significant safety and environmental protection reforms the department has undertaken since the Deepwater Horizon tragedy, and builds upon a number of reforms instituted over the last 6 years to strengthen and modernize offshore energy standards and oversight. Take a detailed look at DOI.gov. An additional $4.8 million transferred this week from Interior to the Cobell Education Scholarship Fund, which is paid for in part by the Land Buyback Program for tribal nations. The scholarship fund provides assistance to American Indian and Alaska Native students pursuing college and graduate education and training. Catherine Isom-Claus sworn in this week by Secretary Jewell as an Associate Commissioner on the National Indian Gaming Commission. Isom-Claus, a member of the Taos Pueblo, most recently served as Senior Counselor to the Assistant Secretary for Indian Affairs. Saturday, April 16th marks the start of National Park Week and the coast-to-coast celebration of what's often called America's best idea, the national parks. Admission is free at any park that usually charges an entrance fee, and those that don't are still free. For a list of activities or to find a park near you, check out nps.gov. And Secretary Jewell was rocking the park at the Washington Monument this week. She joined the crew from ABC TV's Rock the Park to shoot a special segment on National Park Heroes, right before she and the crew ascended the stairs to the top of the 555-foot-tall monument. That episode of Rock the Park will air on ABC later this year. That's This Week at Interior.